That's all we done.
What?
And then, boy, look at the river. Look how high it's standing.
What? Nah, that wasn't in English. No, I refuse to. No, I'm putting subtitles on this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a couple months ago I reacted to a video where I checked out loads of accents across the entire USA. So today we're going to be checking out 7 southern accents that apparently I'm not going to understand. So this is great because sometimes you don't even understand me. So now you're watching a video of a guy who speaks and you don't really understand, whilst he watches a video that he doesn't understand. I didn't even understand what I just said. Anyway, I now have a migraine for thinking too hard. Brilliant. Thanksgiving just passed there recently, and I'm going to request that you guys send me photos immediately, if you took any, of your massive meals, videos of your massive meals. It's a weird sentence to say. If you would like to send me those photos or videos, send to the email here, and I'm going to react to them, do a video on them, and we're going to check them out. Okay? We're on the road to 200,000 subscribers on this channel. I will explode. The goal is to reach that before the end of the year. That would be insane. So that is our goal here in the channel. So if you're new, you do that sexy thing and you hit that sub button. Either way, let's watch this video because I feel like it's going to melt me. All right?
If you take a road trip through the American Deep South and decide to stop for gas, you might see some big alligators, but you'll hear some even bigger accents.
I hope I fucking don't.
This ain't the same thing as you hear every single day when you turn on your radio.
He's dead right. I did not find these on the radio. I searched the
Turn on
mountains, the beaches, the bayous to find the most
radio.
intriguing American accents of all. And all I'm going to say is that gator is the least of your worries. So can you guess these accents? It's a challenge. Let's find out.
Let's go. Hey.
We heard the weather siren go off, and I got the girls, we got in the hallway, and Brian had walked to the back and opened the door.
Okay.
And he heard it.
Well, isn't that an amazing accent? I've been told the biggest difference between the southern accents is that they either speak with a...
I mean, I did understand it, so that's wrong. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe people who are hard to understand find it easier to understand people who can't understand.
Southern drawl or a southern twang. Anyone know the difference?
Actually, Joey kind of sent me then in the direction of, we were looking for another potter. I found his son-in-law who was a potter who owned property right over there.
I call them chiggers. You also get them in if you're in the woods this time of the year. Yeah. And some people call them red bugs. Really, I don't know the difference between a chick and a red bug. To me, they both hurts.
Well, here we have a classic southern drawl. Pretty relaxed sounding, don't you think? A
almost
drawl
harder.
just means that the vowels are pronounced kind of long and sound like they're split into 2 syllables. This accent goes all the way back to the Scots-Irish settlers, and then plantation life had a huge impact on the evolution. You hear some strong African-American sounds in there.
That's why I talk the way I do, because the good Lord blessed me with this accent. I like it. I like it just fine.
Amazing.
I like it too.
Deepest deep south is where
I ain't gonna lie. I love the southern accent. I think it's awesome.
Strongest accents of all, but it definitely depends on which neck of the woods you're in.
Do y'all not realize how silly y'all look accusing me of faking an accent? Just because I have all my teeth in my head and I'm not married to my brother doesn't mean I can't qualify for a southern accent.
But where are we exactly? Well, let's get out of the woods for the last clue.
I got a granddaddy, and a mama, and a granny, and a pawpaw.
Pawpaw?
I got all, they could never have something.
You got them all covered, huh?
Yep. Where I'm from, there's nothing there. All we had to do was ride dirt roads, and we'd go to pastures, and then I had a little Altima car, and one time my dad got so mad because I did donuts in the pasture of my Altima car, and it caught on fire.
Here comes the reveal. It is the accent of the one and only Alabama. And by the way, guys, in case you can't tell, I am not personally from
Were they all Alabama?
So if I do get anything wrong in this video, please let me have it in the comments. All feedback is welcome and appreciated.
All right. That was all Alabama.
He worked in the field a while, but he played music in slavery time. Had him and old man Milton Braces for the fiddle player.
No. Well, you got me. I didn't understand a single word that just came out of his head. I think he said music, and then the rest, no. Sounded like he was talking through a blender.
That guy with the red dress on, little Liza Jane. Don't you stop, I'll show you more. Little Liza Jane.
Well, I hope I'm
That's not English.
Giving it away here,
No.
but I can't resist.
I refuse.
This state is known for its rich blues heritage, and the singer is a great example of how the accents have been shaped by the music.
Memphis! If this is Memphis, 5 gifted subs.
Culture. Seriously, music has superpowers when it comes to preserving the way people speak.
If you follow on Twitch.
Name a few legends yourself. Just like Alabama, you get that deep South rhythm even in speaking.
I don't care about the budget. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna travel. If
Memphis,
the money's
Tennessee.
In the account and the bills are paid, we're doing it. All right.
I'm new to this whole posting videos thing, but I hope y'all enjoy at least hearing me talk or something like that. But I appreciate it.
Of course, like all over the South, there is more than one way to talk.
Please, please don't ever talk to me like this. And I'm fixing to do it in a fake Southern accent. The one they use in the movies, the one like they do on Steel Magnolias. Drives me crazy.
I am pleasant. I just saw Drum Eating in this morning at the Piggly Wiggly, and I smiled.
I'll be honest, I would not know the difference. Can you guys hear what's real and what's fake?
No.
Either way, it's an accent that I just love.
Tell me I'm right. I've been sitting on these rhythm in blue.
Mississippi. If you got it right, go buy yourself a blues harp. This
What
night
did I
is
say?
about to catch
Mississippi.
fire.
Fuck! I said Memphis.
We're all
Same
kin
place.
somewhere, ain't we, Gene?
Yeah.
Huh?
A long line, yeah. I'd say me and you are too on the light side.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you're kin. Dad's telling me how much kin. I see him at the funeral home the other night, and he's telling me how much kin.
Oh my God, what are they saying?
Well, we're kin on your mommy's, on your grandma.
Your accent comes from the people who you hear speak the most. And if you live in the mountains all your life, you will naturally learn speech that is quite unique. And you hear it sung in the incredible blues, rock, and soul. Lots of warm and friendly mountain folk out here, although they probably regret that they've been discovered, if you ask me.
Mostly just mind your own business and let everybody else mind their business. You know what I'm saying? Won't be left alone. Let us do our thing. We'll let you do your thing.
This place has the most documented caves in the US, more than 8,000 of them. Hopefully nothing lives in there, but if you know much about moonshine, you probably know a certain legend from these parts, and I'm going to keep him until you've given up guessing. You might want to fetch your whiskey glass while you wait. Meanwhile, here is a guy who prefers the water side.
I've been a lot of places when I was in the Marine Corps, by gosh, and drove a truck, and I ain't never been nowhere that didn't want to come back. I like it. Wouldn't live nowhere else. Me and a friend of mine, we garden good.
It's like, I understand at the very beginning, and then there's just no breaks in between the words or something. I don't know. He said something about being in the Marine Corps.
By gosh, and drove a truck, and I ain't never been nowhere that didn't want to come back. I like it. Wouldn't live nowhere else. Me and a friend of mine, we garden good bit. Plant a lot of sweet corn stuff.
They say that in the East, people sound more Appalachian, and in the West, it's more Deep South, but I still can't place this woman.
Appalachian?
Can you?
My little mom and daddy never said ugly words, ever, until my sister was going to marry a little later in life, and she was going to marry this hooty-doo man.
What? If you want to hear the best accent of all, how about we see a guy about some moonshine?
Anything that I've ever used to make liquor out of. Sugar, meal.
Sugar and mayo.
Whatever. The jars it's put in, I think it's my business if I want to make it.
Oh.
I bought it, and I figure what's mine is mine.
If you haven't guessed yet, there's probably no hope. But try this. I was told to listen for a shh sound on the S's. Should we see if it's true?
They had a bear in a cage. You know, we're famous for the bears in the Smokies. And people would stop at this market. They would buy Cokes for this bear.
It's definitely true. And now you know where we've been this whole time. Tennessee. Another fun sound is the click.
Oh, bro, I got it right, kinda. All right. Here I go.
Why would TikTok assume that I'm saying Sprite bean roll instead of what I was actually saying, which is Sprite Zero? I get it.
Sprite
Cornbread
Zero.
is a hard accent to understand.
They have horse.
That's a hard accent to understand. I'm walking down the road over there yonder. Get myself some Sprite Zero from the store. Oh, was that? I feel like that was all right.
Steamboats, they have baseball, they have bourbon. Good on them, but that's all in the cities. Out here in the mountains, it's a whole other story.
What's some lingo in the area? You ain't lying. Man after sentences is big too. Come on, man. Like that. Like,
Come on, man.
What are you doing, man? Should we go shooting? Yeah, we're gonna go shoot.
It's a small town. You don't have much in it, but, you know, it goes off a lot.
What's all that pain going on?
Been working on this place for a long time.
Go try to rehab it?
No,
It looks like it's beyond hope.
It is beyond help.
Poorest county in America, by the way.
A lot.
What's all that pain going on?
Been working on this place for a long time.
Go try to rehab it?
No,
It looks like it's beyond hope.
It is beyond help.
Poorest county in America, by the way. But the accent that lives in these small rural towns is completely surrounded by beautiful rolling hills, dense forests, sparkling lakes, and the people have a strong connection to the land and traditions.
George went up and down. You see what I'm saying? He walked straight, back and forth.
He does not side to side all that bull crap. He goes straight. If you want to build his legs, build him straight. That's his natural movement. And religion, you keep in your heart and your head, you'll still do better than average. You know, don't listen to the man.
I think that was about a rooster, maybe. Well, this accent is also known to accompany bluegrass music. How's that for a great clue?
Hi, I'm Tuck Ford. I was just having an argument with the boy up the road about who has the bigger trailer. It's me.
You ever have a day where you just feel beautiful? I don't know if you can hear them or not, but there's sandhill cranes over there. Sometimes you just gotta stop and appreciate nature.
Turns out the further south you go, the stronger the accent
Gary,
gets.
Mum.
People say the smooth Moonlight Magnolia drawl is quite recognizable. It's a mix of southern and midwestern tones, which came about from contact with the English via commerce in the 18th and 19th century. But it was stigmatized as an improper way to talk, so it's actually leveled out a lot since then. Funny how we change our accents to please others. We really shouldn't. Anyway, want to learn some words?
We got guitar.
The guitar!
Number 2, we got water. Number 3, we got a swamp donkey. Number 4, we got skedaddle.
Wait,
got you there.
The hits?
We got guitar.
Did he say water for Boardman?
Number 2, we got water. Number 3, we got a swamp donkey. Number 4, we got skedaddle.
Got you there. But not all accents from this area sound the same, and the cities have their own thing.
You can't keep on putting the people down in the hood, because the people you see on TV today might be just from the hood.
Yes, sir.
And Shepherd Square has produced a whole bunch of people from the hood. I can't name them all, but there's going to be a calendar made, and I'll have these people's birthday on there as a calendar of the great people that come out the hood.
Now, I have a question for you. How do you handle Kentucky?
So where we going, Gary?
What you mean, where we going?
You got me spraying out in this hot-ass weather.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Gary, you know what I'm talking about. What you sent to my phone.
What I sent to you?
Talking about something, hey, honey, I'll be there in a minute.
You sure
you don't even like honey. You allergic.
People are saying that when she speaks, you can hear the hood, the country, and Southern Belle all at once. And that's the kind of interesting accent.
That's a weird accent, man.
Perhaps you've heard it done more like this.
The sky is about to fall out. This is north of IT and in rain. Woo! Man, you better hold on to them croissants.
This stage is actually really special. It has two very specific dialects that are different from everything else in the video. Yep, I said dialects. Ready for some clues? We're about to totally lose the drawl.
Hey! Sometimes we start a conversation in French and finish in English. Sometimes we get it started in English and finish it in French. We go back and forth.
There's a lot of deep swamp here known as Bayou country, and with the wild swamps come a million of these guys and some fascinating accents. Not a million.
Nobody around here thinks they got an accent. They say, look at that guy, he got an accent.
I might buy me a house somewhere and doing like that there, but I ain't gonna never leave from uptown. This is where I know, you know.
Native Americans have lived here for more than 1,000 years, but a long time ago, mid-1700s, a bunch of French speakers were exiled here in Canada who were not bowing down to the crown, the rebels. So now you have these little pockets of French speakers surviving in certain places.
I got a friend who's got a chicken farm, great big chicken farm. But
what,
when he started out, it wasn't big, no. So what he do is he started with just a few chicken, and they haul up there, and he built a blackstop road.
Is he saying chicken? Chicken?
His house.
Next thing, there were German and Irish immigrants, Africans, Caribbeans,
we're all there.
Spanish from the Canary Islands. No wonder they speak the way they do.
They was 4 cents a pound for the black one. The green one, we had to put that in the water to let it kill itself. And later on, we go back and put it on 1 pound. And about 3 or 4 weeks later, we had to come back and turn it to turn black.
He's turning something.
Accent. They can only be Cajuns. Now, Cajuns speak a unique kind of French, so naturally their English has a spicy Cajun flavor too. If you call yourself American, you have to know where we are. It is gumbo and Mardi Gras country. Good old Louisiana. Anyone not get that? But if you're not into spicy, I have some sugar just for you.
Sugar? Sugar.
I'm an advocate of being proud of where you're from, so let me just paint you a picture of how country the country is. I know a grown man by the name of Pee Wee, and nobody knows his government name. I grew up going to tractor pulls. This is where everybody bring their tractor and see how far they could pull stuff.
I used to see how many grasshoppers I could catch in a jar. One time I got 24.
Can you hear the sweetest sound she has? Down this end of the world, you still get a deep drawl, but it's softer, practically dripping with southern molasses.
When Morgan Wallen said some people like to make a little fun of the way I talk, I'll be dang. I felt that. Because half of y'all are steady making fun of me, and half of y'all are weirdly obsessed with the way I talk. I'm dadgum raggedy.
Well, I guess those tea-drinking Franciscan monks in the 1500s can be blamed for all the
I know I said this earlier, but I genuinely love the southern accent. I think it's awesome.
But bad news. They say the classic accent has been fading more and more and going in the direction of a California accent. Unless you're in this city. They have their own thing going on.
Like that, you wouldn't understand what I'm saying when I just said that to you. It's like 5 words in one. I ain't gonna tell you either. I can't give away the lingo.
No, that wasn't a word, man.
Nah.
You're saying that's 5 words in one. I'm going to throw a projection into of what language is going to be like worldwide in the future. This is what a sentence sounds like in 2024. I'm going to say the same thing, but 300 years into the future. I mean, what the fuck is that, bro?
Like that, you wouldn't understand what I'm saying when I just said that to you. It's like 5 words in one.
It's not. That was an audible breath.
I can't give away the lingo though. It's the crazy part about it, but it's like 5 words in one. When I just told you, like.
And I just have to mention a zombie apocalypse somewhere, which apparently all goes down right here. So if you want to survive, better make the right friends. And with that outrageous clue, I shall leave you the answer. We are in the Peach State, Georgia. My favorite.
Woo! We got water in the man trip we was riding. We was in the back of it, and that water was 12 breaks of water backed up. And it just blowed that coal out just like a explosion, you know.
Go on, rewind that and try again. It's okay, I did it about 1,000,000 times. What an accent. Now, we might just be in twang country now. It's faster and more nasal. On this man's doorstep...
I don't think I heard... What, did he say water? I think I got one word, maybe.
By the most rugged terrain in the country. Lots of beautiful forests for hiking, mountain biking, whitewater rafting, and singing? What do you think?
You know what I mean? I tell you, Billy, happy from my head down to my toes. Hard part. I'm long, 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 long now. To
In many ways, it's a different America here. Coal mining is the center point of everything, and if you know what
I actually love that music, man. I can't lie.
It'll be an easy guess.
Southern, like that type of music. Oh, love it.
They say things like a hunting and a going, and if it all seems a bit ancient to you, you're not wrong. It's one of those speech things that came with the immigrants. Can't complain about an accent that helps keep...
I'm going. I'm a-taking, I'm a-find my way to the store.
Shakespeare alive in the 21st century, right? But not everyone is so hard to understand.
You be a kid down there and get in trouble down here. Time you get home, about 5 people done called your mama saying, hey, time you get there, they are waiting on you. Everybody knows everybody. It's not a good thing sometimes.
There's not a lot of thieving and stuff like that now, but there used to be. That stuff's probably, that place that come in the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
store probably-
So it's gotten better in that sense.
Oh yeah, it's gotten better and better and better. I've been gone a few times, and I always end up back.
Love it. Let's try a different accent from another part of town.
Back in that war, well, when the mines shut down, the country and the economy went down, people left, and then the business shut down. At one time, a person could buy anything you wanted here in Welchton. If you left Welchton because you wanted to, we had all kinds of different grocery stores, cash stands, bus terminal.
One of the most fascinating things about this legendary region is the stories. They have a tradition of passing down stories in the form of ballads, which are stories told through song. It began in Britain and traveled with the settlers to the mountains here and got all these other beautiful influences mixed in. Only difference is, in this part of the world, the stories are all true. And this is how they kept their history alive.
How do you know
not
that,
in
though?
books, but in song. Come on, guys, pull up your britches and take a wild guess. What is the accent?
Get on the water and enjoy a high-tech scavenger hunt. Mate One is home to over 50 geocaching sites that are only reachable by river. There's so many things to experience here in Mate One that you'll need more than one day to do it.
It's the only state completely within the Appalachian Mountain region, the mountain state, West Virginia.
It's hardly south.
Never will forget one time, my grandmother, she had up in the 80s, If you want to see that movie, Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
What? Another mountain man with a beard? Let's find someone else.
Wait a minute, I was too focused on whatever he was saying. Look at the length of this man's beard. It isn't fucking down past his nipples.
If you want to see that movie, Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
What? Another mountain man with a beard? Let's find someone else, because I heard this state is so diverse, you might think you died and went to dialect heaven.
Well, did you see that? The wind moving them trees, and I say it blow them trees. That's all it done.
What?
And then, boy, look at the river. Look how high it's standing.
What? Nah, that wasn't in English. No, I refuse to. No, I'm putting subtitles on this.
Say it blow them trees. That's all it done. And then, boy, look at the river. Look how high it's standing.
Any clues from this? The amazing thing about this state is each geographic region has a unique dialect, but there's a special one. See if you can identify it.
And a cup of Ehrlich is actually coffee with sugar in it, you know.
Uvimber. Okay, that's, some folks call them a slingshot, but it's just what we would take a fork.
Kind of looks like Casemiro with a plays from Manchester United, if you know, you know.
Good branch, cut it off, put rubber bands on it, put a rock in it, but that's a Juvimber.
To me, when you mama something, you like treat it bad. You like just mess over it. You know, you make a mess of it.
Okay.
The accent is mostly southern, with a few vowel differences.
They all sounded so differently,
though.
though.
Halfway that little ditch on this side before it come out at the room.
Well, that word was different. So who are these fascinating folk? The locals and the historians tell an incredible story of a mystery out here that has never ever been solved. A mystery that led to this accent.
Oh, we're always going to be together. And then she'll get behind me and we'll walk in the same path together.
In 1584, about 100 English people were left stranded on an island just off the coast, and they created a colony. There were big clashes with the indigenous people, so when the rescue ship finally came, they went back to England, all except 15 of them who were left behind. When the ship returned 3 years later to pick them up, the colony had completely vanished, and all that was left was the bones of just one person and a mysterious message carved on a post. It's one of the great legends of American history.
We got our own little slang, like coffee. I may say coffee sometime. I may say Ehrlich, which probably half of you don't know what Ehrlich is.
Ehrlich?
Coffee. Everybody's your, hey, my cousin. Everybody's your cousin.
You want to go for an
And
Ehrlich?
the first thing you ask somebody when you see them is, who's your people? You know, we got to find out who your people is. Cousins makes dozens, but not this cousin. I don't want none of my peeps.
Well, then a century later, the mixed-race descendants were discovered speaking English, with a lot of words mixed in from various tribal languages. Today, they speak English similarly to the rest of the region, but with their own interesting little...
It's quite funny that y'all ain't never heard of some of the words that we say. Like Pa Daddy, Jag. I call my little boy Daddy Rab.
Jack?
I might not know what that means, but it's just something we say.
It's the one-of-a-kind accent of the Lumbee tribe of North Carolina. I can't wait to hear what your favorite of all these accents is, who you are hooked on now, and when your next trip down
So
Mississippi.
cool. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this was fun. I'm going to be completely honest. About 90% of the dialect and words I heard in this video, I don't have a fucking clue what they said. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Most of all, I appreciate it more than you know. Remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you later.